Hey guys, this is Heather. Anyway, so I was watching the third episode of this new Steven Universe episodes, and I find it the funniest one out of all the Steven Universe episodes. I find it the funniest one because I laughed my butt off when I saw this. I was cracking, I was rolling on my bed because it was just so funny. So anyway, the episode is called Catch and Release. This is my review to it due to copyright issues. I don't have a video, so if you want to see the video, what it's about, and what I'm talking about, then do not watch this. If you have not seen the episode yet, this is a spoiler. Do not watch it. Anyway, um, so basically the episode starts off with Steven starting. Apparently, it looks like he's starting his day, but he's actually finishing his day by he's going to bed, so he's doing hygiene, brushing his teeth, stuff like that. So as he gets into bed, he starts saying goodbye to all of his, good night to all of his animals. Goodbye. Where's he going? Astral space. Anyway, starts saying good night to all of his animals. He's like, good night, happy dog. Good night, sad kitty. Good night, whatever that, whatever he said to the cat, the laid back cat or something like that. It's like, good night, dash triangular shaped silhouette at the bottom of my bed. I was like, I looked away from the TV, and then I looked back again. I had to do a double take. I was like, wait, what? And then when I looked back, it was like a triangular shaped figure just like crouched at the end of the bed like this. It was just a silhouette. You couldn't really see any details. It was just like a black figure. I didn't see him close his eyes. They opened them again like a double take. It was gone, and then apparently he gets kidnapped. We see a green hand, and who's the only character with a green hand? Peridot. So this is a Peridot-centered episode. Woohoo! Okay. So basically, Peridot kidnaps Steven to try to force him to fix the homeworld warp to get off of Earth, because apparently, as Peridot said in what episode was it? I think it was, yeah, I think it was Friendship. It was the beginning of Friendship, where she was like, I don't have time for this. This planet has an expiration date, and I'm not going to stick around to find out what it is. So basically, it kind of relates to that episode, because in this episode, Peridot starts, when Steven can't fix the homeworld warp, Peridot starts freaking out, because apparently she's like, I'm going to die here. And Steve is like, Earth isn't that bad. And she's like, it doesn't matter what Earth is like. It won't be anything soon. And there was a trigger right there. That was a trigger thing for my brain. And that's what made me think of Friendship, because Peridot was like, this planet has an expiration date, and I'm not going to stick around to find out what it was. So that's kind of what this episode is. This episode, Catch and Release, is kind of based around friendship. About the whole topic, well, not the whole topic behind friendship, because the the episode was basically based on Garnet and Pearl's little relationship, but it also explains why Peridot is on Earth. Like, we don't like, no one knew why she was here. No one knew why she was on Earth, but like, there was a reason she came to Earth. And as in Jailbreak, we heard something about we have to check on the cluster. That was the mission. That was her main mission, was the cluster, apparently. And basically, as Peridot's like trying to explain to Steven why the planet is going to go, like why the planet is doomed, the crystal gems appear. Talk about perfect timing. Like, that was sarcasm, by the way. So, like, that's my dogs. If you hear barking, that's them outside. That's why they're right here behind me. Oh no, they're up there. They're up front. Anyway, so, basically the crystal gems get there, And apparently they didn't know Steven was kidnapped until they, like, I guess someone went to his bed and saw that he wasn't there. And then Garnet had a future vision about him being kidnapped. Apparently, I don't know how Peridot snuck into the house. I thought Pearl usually watched Steven sleep, so I thought that she would get caught, but apparently not. She was able to get away by kidnapping Steven. So, like, she's trying to explain to the gems that, like, they need her, that there's something important they need to know. And, like, if Pearl was coming up for a sneak attack, and Garnet was coming at her from the front, so she really had nowhere to go. And then Pearl came up behind her, and she was about to draw her spear, like she was about to just slice Peridot's head off, just like a ninja, and she was just like, what? No, she didn't really do that, but she had her hand on her staff, like about to pull it out of her head and slice Peridot. But then Garnet grabbed her, and she was like, and yes, it is true. Peridot got poofed. For the very first time, Peridot got poofed. I'm kind of happy and sad at the same time. I'm kind of happy because now they don't really have any problems with Peridot, but I'm kind of sad because I love seeing Peridot in action, even if she doesn't do much action. I still love seeing her because she's hilarious. I love her voice. Her voice is just so funny. It's like this. Peridot's a real dork. She's a paradork. I'm sorry. It's funny. So basically, she gets poofed, and apparently the pieces of her, the fingers and the part like her foot that could come off, apparently they weren't part of her body, because if they were, they would have poofed into her gem with her. But they didn't. As soon as she got poofed, the pieces fell off. And Amethyst, being Amethyst, just threw them in the ocean. I'm like, sorry, I was doing something. So anyway, so like Amethyst just threw the parts into the ocean, just like whoop. She was like, oops, and I was like, really? Why would you be such? Why was all I was asking. I was like, why Amethyst? I really don't like you now for that. I really don't. Amethyst is pretty funny herself, but I don't know. I'm on the fence with Amethyst because I don't know. She's funny, but there's some stuff that I think Amethyst does a little too much and tries a little too hard. Anyway, so basically Steven's like, he wants to know curiosity got the best of him, and he wants to know what Peridot was going to say before she got poofed. So he tries to use Rose's room, and you know Rose's room records every single event that happened. But since Peridot couldn't finish her sentence when she got poofed, the room didn't record her finishing that sentence. I mean, the room recorded her finishing that sentence, and he's saying that sentence but not finishing it, because it stopped right at the moment when she got poofed. So Steven actually goes into the basement, basically Garnet's room, because Garnet doesn't really have a room. Apparently where all the bubble gems are, it's kind of like her room. She has like a lava pit in the middle or something like that. And Steven goes down there, and you know he's not supposed to be in there, because remember what happened with Centipedal? But he went down there and he found Peridot's gem, and he brought her back out the bubble. Oh my gosh, I love Peridot even more after this episode. She was basically, when she reappeared, she didn't have her armor anymore, so she had like arms and real hands connected to her arms. Like you could see hands, like they weren't retractable fingers anymore, like could float everywhere or turn into a laptop or something. They didn't do that no more. So she basically was like, when she came out of her gem, she was like, "The cluster, you half gem megaclods!" Like she was about to blast Steven, but she looks and finds out that she doesn't have. Apparently, she calls them limb enhancers, and she was like, "Where's my limb enhancers?" And Steven's like, "Oh my gosh, you are so cute." Peridot was really short. I didn't even expect Peridot to be that short. Like, she was shorter than Steven. Without her hair, she would have been shorter than Steven. So I kind of laughed at that. I had the same face Stevie did. I was like, Peridot, you were so adorable. I was like, you're even more adorable than you were in the beginning. Because the facial expressions are hilarious. Because this episode had nothing but Peridot facial expressions all through it, and little sayings and stuff like that. Like, she slapped Steven. She's like, ow, that hurt. She was like, really? He was like, yeah, a lot. And she slapped him again, like, ow. And she's like, yes, feel my unbridled wrath. You so adorable. You have little tiny arms. It was just hilarious. She was like beating up Steven with little slaps. She was like, just slap boxing with him. It's funny. Steven's like, why are you doing this? Like, he's blocking. He's like this. Why are you doing this? And she's like, first you poof me into a fish. Like, first you bubble me into a limbless gem. Then you stick me in your bubble dungeon. And you called me cute. She's about to punch him, but she slipped. But when she came out of her gem and she did the whole Mega Clods thing, she was like, where? And she's like, stop. He was like, oh, you look like an angry piece of pie. She's like, stop laughing. She's like, stop talking. I demand to know where I am. She looked up and she saw the bubble gem. She was like, oh my stars, you're going to harvest me. Apparently she didn't know that the gems bubbled other gems to keep them from destroying everything. So she thought they were going to harvest her. I don't know what they'd harvest her for. But, basically after that, when she was slap boxing with Steven grabbed her hands like, wait, stop. Stop. Like a little dog. Stop. He's like, what's that on your shirt? She was like, what's a shirt? Boing. And she's like, ow. And then she was like, she tackled him and started slapping him. That's when he was like, why are you doing this? And then she was like, you called me cute. And she missed and landed on her face. And he was like, I didn't poof you. I set you free. And it was so cute because Peridot was like this. She had her legs curled up like this. She's like, how could you make such a miscalculation? I thought it was adorable. She said, how could you make such a miscalculation? You're like, Batman. I love how she just hides behind her body parts. She's like, Batman. But, basically, she's like, she explains to Steven about how the cluster is going to hatch, how her main priority was to come in, get out, check out the cluster, and not be stuck on Earth before it hatched. But changed her plan, she got stuck on Earth. Now she says the thing's going to emerge, and there's nothing no one can do about it, and they'll all be shattered. So Steven tries to calm her down, and he's like, okay, let's try this again. Hatching something clusters. And she was like, you really want to know? I said, yeah. You really want? I kind of thought of SpongeBob when she was doing that. She was like, you really want to know? I said, yeah. You really want to know? He said, yeah. What's your shirt? She said, what's your shirt? Not what's on your shirt. What's your shirt? He's like, oh, these are my banana pajamas. Ow. And she was running away. He's like, wait, don't go. And she was running, and she got to the door. She like, you know, her little annoying witch laugh. She ran away. She ran through the temple and she ran into the living room. She was like, freedom is mine. That's how I felt. That's how I felt after graduation. When I graduated from high school this year. I was like, freedom is mine. And then she turned around and she was like the gems were right at the kitchen. Like, she had her back turned right to it. They were just right at the kitchen. I think Amethyst was about to eat something. Garnet was just standing there, and I think Pearl was drinking a cup of tea, something like that. And she was like, look, another planet to betray. I thought this part was pretty funny because she was like, look, another planet to betray. And that was only referring to Garnet and Pearl because Amethyst was not from Homeworld, so she didn't really know about betraying. She didn't really betray Homeworld. It was really just Garnet and Pearl that betrayed Homeworld. And then she was like, they were like, get her. And she was like, retreat. She was running away. She was running away like a little dog. Apparently she can't run very fast with her little tiny legs. She was like, yeah, she tried to get to the door, and then Garnet and Pearl stopped her. She was like, and she ran up the stairs like a little dog. Amethyst was just sitting up on the bed so casual with her whip. She was just like, hey, Brig. Peridot was like, ah. She jumped off, landed on the couch, and then fell on her face. And it was like, they were like, get her! And she was running. She ran to the bathroom and locked herself in. Like, it was funny. She was like, ha, you may have run the battle, but the war is not over. Should we tell her that was that's the bathroom? Meh. And it was just like, eh. And then, and she was like, yeah. And then, like, in the bathroom, Steven was actually like in the bathroom, they were trying to converse, like trying to get Peridot to come out. And at first they were gonna bust in. And, like, Peridot was like, I seem to have found some kind of archaic think chamber. I don't know. I mean, you could do thinking in a bathroom while you're on the toilet or whatever, but you know. She was like, kind of earthy with a citrusy type of smell. And she lifted up the toilet seat. She was like, the perfect route for my escape. And she was like, and then the amethyst was like, it's locked. The guard was like, Peridot, come out of here right this instant. Then you hear toilet flush, and then the guard, amethyst is like, if you try to flush yourself down the toilet, it's not gonna work. Trust me, I'm trying. And Peridot, she was just sitting there with her legs curled up like this, and she was just like swirling around in the toilet. Like, she wasn't going down, she was just swirling in that one spot. And then they were like, maybe we should try communicating with her. And then she was like looking at it. She was like, yeah, that's right. She's like, you're not you. She's like, yeah, that's right, you dirt bombs. You don't know anything. And then she was like, she discovered a mirror, and she's like, ooh, like, she kind of liked herself in the mirror. And then Garnet was like, okay, Peridot, no more fighting. Let's just have a smooth conversation. And Peridot was like, she was like, as if I negotiate with you, you filthy war machine. I was like, ooh. I was like, that's a laugh. I was like, what? Filthy war machine. I was like, that's kind of messed up. And Garnet was like, yep, nope, let's kick her butt. And then, basically, it was all about Peridot trying to figure out the human world. Like, she was locked in the bathroom and she's trying to figure out everything. Steven and them were sitting in the kitchen, and Steven's like, so we're just gonna let her live in my bathroom? And then Pearl's like, of course, what else are we gonna do? Lock her on a leash outside? I was like, Pearl's evil. Lock tiny Peridot out on a leash in the yard. Oh, that'd be kind of cute. That'd be kind of adorable. Oh, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, yes. So after that, it's pretty much just that the ending was pretty much Steven, like, actually becoming friends with Peridot. Like, she was like, when he walked in the bathroom the next morning, he was like, he was like, needed his toothbrush. She was like, can you pass me that? She was like, is this a weapon? He's like, only for cavities. And she was like, is this a weapon? She's like, no, that's a comb I never use. Is that a weapon? Like, well, I guess if you wet it and roll it up. He's like, I'm not gonna hurt you. He's like, listen, I know you're scared, but whatever this cluster thing is, I want to help. She was like, I doubt you'll be able to help me, but I appreciate the offer. I was like, oh, Steven and Peridot bonding time. And it was, and then basically after that, he's like, oh, can you get off of that? I have to use it. And then the star comes in, and she's like, for what? And it's just like, poof. And then the video ends like that. But I kind of enjoyed the episode. I really enjoyed the episode because Peridot was so cute and adorable and hilarious. Oh my god, she was just so adorable. Oh. Hashtag small Peridot. Oh, so adorable. She's like a little plushie. Oh. But anyway, that was Catch and Release. That was my reaction. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This video has been going on a really long time. It's already at 19 minutes. It's 19 minutes and counting. So I'm gonna be heading out now. This is Heather signing out. If you want any more of my videos, just keep watching, subscribe, like, comment, and I'll do more of these. In the meantime, later.